Yo, 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 welcome back to We Eat So Good. Today's episode, the ultimate chicken parm, presented by my beautiful wife, Courtney. Go for it, Courtney. Tell them why it's so good.
Wow, hype man right over here. I don't know if I can keep up the steam.
You better.
All right, so ultimate chicken parm. So this is the ultimate chicken parm for several reasons. Because you get to keep the crunch on the chicken, you get the ooey gooey cheese, and you get a sweet, delicious homemade sauce.
Ultimate chicken parm sounds like something that'd be on Guy Fieri's menu, doesn't it?
Oh, it's better than that.
Well, you don't know. You never ate there.
That's true. All right, I won't be judgy.
This is the best chicken parm I've ever had. The sauce is just really good, and the chicken is crunchy, which is important, which you don't get everywhere, and it doesn't get dried out, too, which is awesome.
Valid. Now, for us, we had random tomatoes just coming ripe in the garden, so we just picked them, and they were kind of getting a little bit past their prime. You, at home, if you don't have garden tomatoes, you can go to the grocery store and you can get grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. That's what I suggest if you're going from the grocery store.
Yeah, these tomatoes from the garden were amazing, though. By past the prime, she means that, they had some soft spots, a couple spots, but you can cut all those off. The cherry tomatoes were perfect, and that is just the key to the sauce, is having the best tomatoes.
And also super simple. So Italian cooking is super simple. It's not 1,000 ingredients. It's very few ingredients, but very prime ingredients.
Yep, use the best stuff if you have access to it.
That's a good philosophy. All right, so now we're seeing why I never participated in sports.
Yeah, they're rolling all over the place. Look how bright those tomatoes are. We have a couple of orange cherry tomatoes, a couple of big boy tomatoes, some Romas. There's one with a spot on it, so she just cuts that off. And that's a great use of tomatoes you have from the garden that get a couple of spots on them. Don't throw them away. Just cut the spots off, make a quick sauce by cooking them down. They're so good.
Yeah, so if you are doing this from the grocery store and you're using the grape and cherries, just half them like I have in that little bowl over there. If you're using garden tomatoes, then what you're going to want to do is cut them in half, and you're going to want to get rid of the seeds and any of the juice in the middle, because that is what the key is to a quick sauce, is less juice.
Yeah, because it just takes longer to cook down. Ooh, look at that tomato reveal.
Now, if you have all day, by all means, let that water and whatever else cook down. But if you want it quick, get rid of the seeds.
Yep, the seeds and that gel that's with them. What? That's what it is, like a jelly kind of stuff. Look how bright those are.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And I just kind of went with 1-inch pieces.
Yep.
Okay, so now getting on to my ooey gooey cheese. You want a soft cheese. So you want a mozzarella, you want a Gouda. You could even do a Munster if you wanted a little tang. Now, I like a smoked cheese in this because it's just going to give you another flavor profile.
Wait, what's going to go on up there? Watch where that arrow is.
Oh, jeez.
There he is. There's the Mortimer begging for his cheese. And what do you know? His mom gives him a piece.
Well, I had to pay the cheese tax.
And of course, one piece isn't enough, so he continued to beg for as long as we were out in the kitchen. But hey, what are you going to do?
He's starving.
Yeah, he's starving, sure.
All right, so I went with one breast because it's just the two of us. I'm just kind of cleaning it up here a little, and then I'm going to butterfly it. If you don't have butterflying in your skills, then by all means, just cut strips. Just make sure they're all about the same thickness.
Yeah, you could use chicken tenderloins, too, and kind of not really do anything to them.
You could, but that's where they get you.
What do you mean, the price?
Yeah, so the more butchering that goes on to a piece of meat, then the higher the price is. So if you get the breast, you're saving money, and then just slice them.
Yeah, you could also do thighs or something, too.
Ooh, that would be good. I do like the thighs.
Yep, we had the breasts here, so she's cutting them into smaller, kind of manageable pieces.
Yes, that's a good word. And they're all about the same thickness and size. And
Yep.
you want that for frying.
Yep, and then this is where she's getting the sauce going here. This video is kind of in chronological order in a way. So prep the chicken out, then you get the sauce going, and then we'll start with getting the oil going for the frying. But right now it's just the shallots and the garlic in some oil with a little bit of salt.
And whenever you're cooking meat, you want to kind of let it come a little bit to room temperature, because that way it will cook more even. So by bringing the chicken up to room temperature-ish, then it will fry even.
And those beautiful bright tomatoes. And
Yeah.
you should smell when those hit that hot pan. Ooh, it smells so good.
It does. And then you can see here I'm trying to keep that liquid out because we didn't have that much time this day.
Yeah, only a couple hours. Well, we didn't have all day. It was just a couple hours.
Yeah, that's true.
And then get the salt in there. Salt it as you go. Season it. And since those tomatoes are so sweet, they can take a little bit of salt, but you can always add more. So if you're unsure, add some, and then you can taste it, and you can always add a little bit more.
Yeah, so here we are. Now everything's kind of cooked down, but you can see the cherry tomatoes, they've really kind of held on to their shape and their structure. So I'm going to take care of that right now.
Smash.
Yeah, and you want to smash with care is how I would say that. If you're using all cherry tomatoes, they're going to spit at you. So just kind of smush them lightly.
And here she's smushing the last few and then making sure the sauce is thick enough by kind of, what'd you say, parting the Red Sea?
Yes, parting the Red Sea. See, it had a nice part, so I knew it was thick enough.
And here I am. She keeps me outside, everybody. So I have to be outside. I got the lard going there in the Dutch oven. We like to fry outside just because you don't want that fry smell getting in all your clothes and it gets upstairs. You'll open the closet and be like, why does my coat smell like fried chicken? That's why. So cooking outside if you can.
Agreed. All right, so here's my dredge station. So I'm going to take the chicken and I'm going to go all-purpose flour. Then I'm going to go egg wash. Then I'm going to go panko. You want the panko to get a nice crisp on it.
Yeah. The panko gets a nice crisp by frying. But yeah, look how orange those eggs are. That's awesome. Those are farmer's market eggs, right?
Mm-hmm. And we have done this before where we didn't do the panko, and I feel like the panko brought it to the next level.
Yeah, you can just do like a flour dredge and just do it that way. But yeah, with the panko, it just gives that extra crunch, which really holds up to the sauce really well.
Yeah, and if you only go flour, then you're making the best chicken parm, not the ultimate chicken parm, in my opinion.
Yeah, you got to get to that next level, everybody.
And so here's another part where the chicken is kind of coming up to room temperature because you're letting it sit there as you're dredging all the pieces. So then when it hits the fryer, it's not ice cold. If it's ice cold, then that's when you're going to lose all of your breading.
Yep, so just slowly add the pieces in. Don't drop them in. You'll splash oil everywhere. And you can tell the oil's up to temperature because of all the bubbles on the side. And with these breast pieces, it's really easy because you just keep watching them, keep checking, keep turning them. And as soon as they get that golden color, they are done. You don't need to check inside. You can by cutting one open, but trust me, when they look like this, they're done.
Did you see that save there? I almost dropped one.
Better not.
All right, so now I'm salting the water before I put my pasta in. And we got this freshly made pasta from a local apostery.
Apostery? I don't know. That might not be a word, but it sounds good.
Okay.
And since there's two of us, we made sure to cook for 4 servings of pasta here.
Well, we're hungry.
Yes.
Just a light snack.
Just a light snack, yes.
Here's another little tip. If you have the pasta fork, just pull your pasta and put it in your sauce because then you get a little pasta water. But afterwards, just add a little pasta water just, to make sure everything sticks. That's kind of your glue.
And then you want to put the butter in too. Whoops, and the butter tried to make an escape there.
Wow, everyone's seeing how my athleticism.
Yes, it's great.
All right, so the butter's actually controversial. Oh man, I can't even speak. I'm so excited for this.
Why is it controversial? That doesn't make any sense.
Because it's kind of like you shouldn't add oil to your pasta because then the pasta allegedly doesn't stick to the sauce, but I think it tastes better with butter.
Yes.
All right, so now a little fresh sweet basil from the garden, and I'm doing this at the very end. Basil's so delicate that it immediately starts to brown, so you want to just have it as the very last thing you do.
Oh, look at that color.
Yeah, so now my cheese is melting, and the sauce is nice and thick.
Ooh, yeah.
If we were normal people, that would have been the serving, but here it comes.
This is for the camera to make it look nice on the plate, but in reality, I think we actually have more than that.
Probably. And then here's the parm of chicken parm. You want to dust it at the very end so you do not compromise your chicken crunch.
Yep, get that parm on there. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering.
I know, mine too.
Get a little basil on there for presentation and color, and now Courtney is gonna deftly cut into this.
I don't know what was wrong with me this day. I mean, I must have just been all thumbs.
I think you're trying to present it for the camera and also get all the pieces of it.
Yeah.
It just looks super awkward, but it's delicious.
Yeah.
I think as I was eating this, I stopped after every bite for the first few bites and was just like, this is amazing. I can't believe how good it is.
It is. It's just every bite is the perfect bite.
It's crunchy, it's salty, it's sweet, it's cheesy. It's got that fresh basil. It's amazing. You guys are gonna love it.